international patients face with a lot of issues today. The patient that we talked about, the Kenyan patient, he would have been totally confused with the web jargon that is available on the internet. Every healthcare provider claims to be state-of-art center with the best clinical outcomes.
Luckily, he lands on the Medmonks platform and finds an easy way to compare hospitals and doctors. He gets information about cost also and gets special deals as well. After talking to the in-house doctor and having a teleconsultation, he's able to understand his treatment much better. And on choosing the hospital, he's helped by a case manager who takes care of all the logistics and coordination. In the first 10 months of operations, we have generated a business of 1.7 crore. We have had 500 queries from over 15 countries, and we have tie-ups with over 400 hospitals. Today our ask is of 1.5 crores for an exchange of 15% equity.
1.7 crore which you mentioned is your revenue.
So 1.7 is the business we generated. I mean, that's the billing of the patients.
So what is your revenue?
So 30 lakhs so far in 10 months.
So about 20% is what you're making.
Yeah. Again, it varies from hospital to hospital. Some hospitals pay much higher, some hospitals pay lower.
So you take commission from the hospitals?
Absolutely.
The patient doesn't pay you?
No.
Are you just a booking platform? Like as a patient, I'll just come book liver transplant at the rate 40 lakhs in Delhi.
Yeah.
And that's about it. Your job is done there.
No. So what happens is basically patients are the first step is to choose a hospital. That's the biggest confusion for the patients. So what we do is we provide a list of verified hospitals and doctors, which patients then goes through and sees what are the services available, sees the patient feedback, sees the pictures and videos of the hospital, and then speaks to our experienced team, which helps him choose the right hospital. Once the patient chooses the hospital, then we take care of all the logistics.
My challenge with this model is the patient aware that the hospital is paying you? Is the
in our FAQs, we've given that out.
that the hospital is paying
Yeah, so
you?
we communicate that.
Then the other thing is that you are being that sort of a non-biased authority, but then you say that some hospitals give you more money. So there's inherent conflict, right? Because what happens is, one is you're saying you're non-biased,
much.
but there's some people pay you more.
Yeah.
So there is an inherent conflict in the business.
I completely agree with that question, and that's a valid thing for the existing players today. That's what actually happens, and that is why we wanted to come in. There are places and circumstances where we cannot recommend a patient. We know the payout is far better, but being doctors, having ethics in the company, that's how we go about it. We have a MIS wherein we know the top 5 surgeries, the top doctors for that surgery is going to be this.
I think it's really impressive that docs who've had a very technical scientific background are able to speak so fluently in the business investor terminology. I have a deep respect for doctors because I've worked with them and I come from a medical family myself. So I understand the journey quite well. I think the idea is interesting. We do know there are many medical tourism sites, and majority of medical tourism actually happens through on-the-ground agents. They actually don't happen through online sites. Are you integrating the agents into your platform, or are you trying to replace the agent?
If we look at the numbers, I mean, I won't quote the hospital, but the numbers say that up to 20-30% of the patients are actually coming directly on the website. And what patients do is they go to different hospitals' website. Each hospital claims, I am the state-of-the-art hospital, I have the best doctor. So they're very confused. So the number of patients who are coming to India via online is increasing every day. Then we have a very flexible model. Obviously, we don't want to miss out on the other chunk, which is important. That's why we have B2B models. That's why we approach the agents or medical tourism companies or hospitals which are there in the outside countries, and we do a tie-up.
If you take percentage-wise, are they markets that are like 80% of your business, like Africa is 80% of your business, or is there a skew towards a certain country?
Yeah, so predominantly we've had our business from Ethiopia and Turkmenistan so far, and Angola, and so basically our strategy has been so far that we target the untapped markets where there is a supply-demand gap. So there are markets like Uzbekistan, there are markets like Afghanistan, which are very cluttered because a lot of players already inside. That means we have to spend more money to get the same number of patients, which is why we've chosen our markets very carefully, and then we enter those markets either in the B2B or B2C model, depending on the market.
What has been the method of finding the patients? And second question is, you also said that you as doctors are getting involved in helping them. When this scales, you are not going to have the time or the ability to be able to deal with every case. So how do you scale this, still keeping the quality aspect of helping the patient sort through confusion and making a more informed decision, but be able to scale?
So the first question, basically the revenue we've generated so far, like I said, Ethiopia, Turkmenistan, Angola have been the main markets. Ethiopia and Angola have been predominantly B2B, wherein we tied up with a medical tourism company, we tied up with the hospital. They are equally concerned about their patients getting lost when they come to India, so they like to tie up with a medical tourism company, which not only provides a good service, but also keeps the billing in the check and keeps the patient satisfaction high. In Turkmenistan, since it's a closed country, it's not easy to do a B2B tie-up. So which is why we took help of a platform, a messenger platform, which allows you to give ads. And we got we reached out to the consumers directly, and that's how we got the patients. And second question that you raised, we understand, we are doctors, and how are we going to replicate, how are we going to ensure that the same level of service is given tomorrow if there are 15,000 patients. So that's what we have carefully, drawn a set of SOPs. So they are standard operating protocols. We keep checks and balances at what, so for example, if a patient is coming, at what different times a patient is supposed to be met by us, what are the different things that we need to do, so that all has been set into a protocol which will be taken care of by our employees in future.
So is there an algorithm which you made which will help you sustain the same standards which you're following right now?
We already have the MIS with us. The algorithm is not ready right away, but definitely that is the intention. The problem in this business is surprise. The element of surprise needs to be eliminated as much as possible. A bill quoted or promised to be $1,000 turning out to be $5 is not the right way to go, but that's what the image is turning out to be. So, we need to understand all of those details. They can be very well fed into the system. We do get those, like you said, that algo is only feeding that in the back end. Our site already has a robust, PHP backend wherein we can put the algo in there.
So actually, I like the business model. I think I can add a lot of value on the organic search part of it. Digital marketing is going to play a very, very important role. And I think my future, the way I look at it is, people are going to live to be 100, 120.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen is that a lot of areas of sort of lifestyle-related medical tourism is going to be exponentially increasing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Knee replacement in UK takes 2 years. A lot of those guys are going to come in.
Yeah.
And I think the market out there is going to be significantly higher. Price sensitivity is going to be lower.
Absolutely.
I think your valuation is out of whack. I think what I would like to do is, I would like to give you an offer of 75 lakhs for 15%.
So I have an offer. I want 25% of your company, and I'm willing to give you that 1.5 crore.
So just
Rahul,
one.
you have an offer?
It's not my domain, so I'm not past it. Thank you.
So I think I'll revise my offer. If you convince Ameera to join you, then I would love to match it.
I'm not on the same numbers as these guys are. So I can probably bring a lot of value to the table, but I believe today your valuation is quite inflated. My offer to you would be 75 lakhs for 20% in the business.
I like to make an offer along with Mr. Sudeep. But actually, I'm not going to give the percentage what he is given to you. He's given to you 25%. But if he's ready to revise the offer and give them offer of 1.5 CR and taking their 35% company, then we can do it together.
Well, let's do that. Let's do that.
Me and Ameera, we can combine the offer. Valuation of what Ameera has offered you, I can match the amount.
So basically, that's 1.5 CR for 40%, and that's 1.5 CR for 35%. So you just have two offers with you.
Entrepreneurs, you also have an option to consult with the world's in-house business experts. Do you want to take this option?
Yes.
Yes, we would.
Please proceed to the consultation room.
So they have offered. They're split into two groups of two people, two investors. So one group is giving 1.5 CR for an exchange of 40%, and the other group is giving for exchange of 35%.
Choose the group and push on the valuation to a number that seems acceptable to you.
Push till about 10 CR because you're gonna need all the money that comes to you.
So make it happen, man.
Thank you so much.
Knock them dead.
Thank you. So first of all, thank you so much for your offers, much appreciated. And we want to make a counter offer to all of you. We want to ask you for 1 crore in exchange of 12.5% equity.
So you're valuing yourself for 8 crores.
Yes.
I think it doesn't work for us, honestly.
Yeah, I like to pass.
And I don't think that's the number we would like to be at. Our original offer stands, but if that doesn't work, then I think we're going to pass.
I think we'll do the deal.
We'll do the deal.
We'll do the deal. Congratulations, guys.
Look forward to doing good work with you guys.
Thank you.
We're going to improve our product and build a stronger team and consolidate the existing markets where we are present. So basically take this company to another level.
So, but why did they reject both the offers?
Sorry?
So they didn't like the
They
percentage.
didn't like the number.
Percentage.
But I really don't
No, I
think
think
so.
it was
Why?
because of the
1.5, 15%. We offered 1 crore, 15%.
Yeah.
It was just 22.5%. I mean,
20.5%.
it was
But
nothing.
I think what's happening is they have a soft offer of 1.5
Yeah.
earlier. Probably
Ah,
they exercised
oh,
it.
okay.
They came here to kind of.
So they must be having say 50 lakhs of the same valuation and they wanted
something
one
like that.
Price discovery platform.
Correct.
This is a price discovery platform.